between Lakers, Clippers, and Milwaukee. That's what we're going to be discussing today. According to you,
According to me, I think the Milwaukee Bucks are going to win the championship this year because the Lakers won't make the finals because they're going to lose to the Clippers.
what makes you think Milwaukee have a chance? Actually, make it to the East. I mean, make out of the East.
I believe they make it out of the East because, as good as the Boston Celtics are, as well balanced as they are, they don't have a big that can really stop Giannis from just, coming in and just... Jason Tatum, as good as Jason Tatum is, he's not going to be able to really, stop... he might be able to contain him for a game here or there, but, if Giannis really is as great as a player that, we think he has the potential to be, great players find a way to make it happen. So, I think, Jason Tatum is on the rise. He can make it happen, but I don't think this is his year. I think this is the year for the Bucks. And I think, as good as the Clippers are, they don't beat the Milwaukee Bucks. The only team that beats the Bucks in a 7-game series is the Lakers. And I just don't think the Lakers beat the Clippers. So, let's just get into this. Let's start by saying, thank you, Rudy Gobert, for pausing the season for us. Greatly appreciated, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And let's start with the Milwaukee Bucks here.
I don't think they can beat Boston at all.
All right, why?
In the 7-game series?
Okay, well, now why is it? What does Boston have?
Boston have, wing players can match up very well with Milwaukee, right? And they have a bona fide bucket getter.
Jason Tatum?
Brown.
Jaylen Brown, alright.
Kemba
Walker, alright. I feel okay, if you say that.
Right? Hayward. I know he's not the all-star player that
he once was, yeah.
Yeah, but I really think he can give you 20 points per game. Right? You have 4 or 5 players. The only team that have 5 or 6 players can give you double digit per game is Boston, right? You have 4 or 5 players can get you 20 plus point, right?
I think a series with Boston does go maybe 6 or 7 games.
I really think Boston is the only team only team that can beat Milwaukee from the East, right? Miami, they're not up to the Milwaukee level yet. Toronto, as good as they are, they're far from being a contender. So just Boston, Milwaukee at the Eastern Final.
I think
Boston is gonna win it.
I don't think as good as Boston is, that's the one thing. Toronto Raptors showed it last year. The way you beat the Bucks is you need bigs to stop them, and that's what the Lakers have.
Boston have bigs, couple bigs.
Yeah, but not Ibaka, Gasol, or even a Pascal Siakam, right? And they don't have as good as Jason Tatum.
But they have a lot of players they can put on Giannis, right?
But okay, stop. Okay, but the thing is, they match up well. It's a good matchup.
Besides Giannis and Middleton, who do you have that can get you 20 points per game on a consistent base?
Now that Terry Rozier has left Boston, Eric Bledsoe can now play his true game.
No, he's garbage, man. He's good in the regular season. In the playoff, I mean, sometimes even the police can't find him.
Okay, well, alright, these are the inconsistencies, but now when you look at it, they're a very good 3-point shooting team. Wesley Matthews. I feel if it comes down to it, George Hill can replace Eric Bledsoe in the starting lineup, right? Brook Lopez stretches the floor for you at the 5 position. Chris Middleton, 50, 40, 90. I don't even say as much as hitting. He can make his own shot as well. He can play from the mid-range, and he can attack very well.
Milwaukee Bucks, they lack an experience.
Alright, I can concede that to you.
A lot of using them.
But didn't the Golden State Warriors also lack experience when they won the first year?
But they had a coach, right, that went to the final, even though he didn't win, because of his experience. They were able to. Because of their coach who won championship with Jordan.
And the Spurs as well.
Huh?
And the Spurs as well.
Exactly, as a player and as a coach, right? So experience matters. That's the main reason I don't think Milwaukee Bucks have a chance to even make it to the final.
I take them over the Boston Celtics. I just don't think. The one thing for me is I think if they make the finals, if they do end up playing the Los Angeles Clippers, I feel like they can beat them. But I don't think they can beat the Lakers.
Okay, so the next one is Clippers.
The Los Angeles Clippers. The roommate in college that you just despise, but you know you don't have a choice.
Over here, we'll call them the slippers.
The strippers. Selling that ass for money.
Yeah. It's like, you know, that creepy cousin live in the basement, you know? That's what we...
The incest child.
So, according to you, they have a better chance than Lakers winning the championship.
No, what I say is they can beat the Lakers in the
Western
finals,
Conference final,
but
right?
they don't beat the Bucks in the finals. I feel like now for them against
So what makes you think Clippers a better fit
to beat the Lakers? It's like the argument that I'll make for the Lakers later on in the video, where the Lakers are very well built to counter the Milwaukee Bucks and to counter Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Clippers are very well made to counter LeBron James.
Okay, we better. I mean, the Lakers better in defense, right? Score more points per game. We have arguably one of the best player, right? Maybe two of the best player right now in the NBA.
Two of the top 5 players in the league right now.
So, beside the Clippers having the best,
they have the best two-way wing.
The 7-man rotation.
They have the best two-way wing.
You pass that, the Lakers significantly better than the Clippers in every way.
The thing is with advanced metrics, like the reason why I don't like leaning into them too hard is because now when you go into the playoffs, now you're playing for one thing better teams. Teams are more locked onto your team rotations, your schemes, and all of that. But not just that, players play better when they have that in them, and they play better in the playoffs. Now for some guys on the Clippers.
So if I ask you, who's the alpha dog in Clippers?
Kawhi Leonard.
That's what you say, right? But
everybody on the Clippers team except for Paul George has accepted that.
Exactly.
Except for, and that's the thing, like it's kind of like a Dwayne Wade
on
the Miami Heat the very first year they played. Yeah. It's hard, especially when you think like this is my team, I'm that guy. And no, it wasn't his team prior to that, but now he's thinking Kawhi Leonard needs me, I'm that guy. It's hard to take a back seat.
A lot of games where Paul George just, you know,
he wanted to take over, but he's not built like that. As good as he was in Indiana, he's not built to be your number one guy on the championship team.
He's a queen. You need a king.
But now, if you put him as a second fiddle, oh, you're cooking. But now, if my one case against the Clippers now is where all this all could go downhill is now if Paul George doesn't accept his role, then what happens? They could have dissent and it could not work out for them.
I mean,
everyone else on their team, and I feel like the very underrated player that we don't talk about enough is Landry Shamet.
Yeah, he's going to be. He might not be a great player right now, but he's going to be a great shooter the next couple of years, man.
Yeah,
he's going to be the starter in some team, man.
Montrezl, he's good. I mean,
he's a dog.
He's a dog. He might not be the best defender, but the thing is, he'll compete. And
he'll give you all that energy, man.
He'll give you what he has, and it's like some players they leave it all out on the court, and you know with him. He won't have any regrets because he gave it all he had.
Yeah.
And I feel like Clippers, they have a lot of those guys. When it comes to the Lakers now, and I feel like my brother here will elaborate more on that, it's like some of the players that they have, it's like you know they can do more, or their reputation says they can do more, but it's like you're not seeing that. And it's like the
tough though. Whenever you go to a new team, right? You go into a new team, especially with LeBron.
Yeah,
right?
It's hard to acclimate.
You literally have to change your games, right? I mean, we've seen Danny Green shooting lights out when he was playing for San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
He showed a little bit glimpse in Toronto.
But now he's on a more like, I don't want to say he's on a decline now, but it's like, it's hard for me to believe in someone. And it's like, when all of a sudden playoff turns around, he's going to turn everything around. I believe people need to get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got into a rhythm at all.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like most of the players that they sign, right? It takes a lot of players. They say it takes a year, a little bit more than for a team to have that winning chemistry, right? Lakers show the last months they are at that level where they're thinking about a playoff, right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
I feel like though if that's the case, we're making
the main reason why I think Lakers is gonna win the championship. One, we play well under pressure, right? Two, our defense in the fourth quarter is just we keep the team under 25 points, right? 24 points. Another things like most teams have this predictable offense, right? You know who's closing lineup, right? Lakers, it's different, right? We can go in a different direction. We have the elbow action. You can throw the ball to AD. He can cook over there, or you can just give to the ball to LeBron and can facilitate.
But the thing is with the Lakers that the difference between the Lakers, for example, the Bucks, they have continuity. The Clippers, they have a lot of players that can get you.
I take
20
experience
points.
over
Continuity.
Yeah, any day.
The Clippers have a deeper rotation. They have a lot of guys that can go get you buckets. Now, if we're gonna go into the Lakers now, I feel like the biggest problem with the Lakers, and they're an outstanding team. For them to make it to the championship now, either Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, I've lost all hope in KCP. He's not gonna do anything now. But
so do you think this
team as constructed has the potential?
No,
to
I
make
mean
it to
the rest. The last couple
I
weeks.
feel like the rest will benefit
the Lakers.
It will benefit LeBron and AD. AD's had a history of getting injured, but now playing with LeBron, the load has been taken off of him, and he's been focusing more on the defensive end. Secondly, LeBron, he's been a freak recently. He's in a career renaissance right now as a point guard, and it's crazy. But
some consider him as an alien,
but now when you look at it, Kyle Kuzma, as good a potential he shows, most young players, they wilt under the bright lights. Kuzma has wilted every time there's bright lights on him. He's wilted, and now during the regular season, he's built up no rhythm. He's very, very, very inconsistent.
But he was coming off injury though. Like a lot of people.
But now,
a lot of people just ignore the fact that during the summer, where a lot of players, get the workout, he was injured, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't get a chance to work on his skills, right?
Yeah.
So he came in. It took him, for a couple months to get a little bit rhythm. But considering that he's not playing as much as he used to play last year, like he's playing 20 minutes?
Yeah, but now what I'm saying is, how is he going to get into rhythm now? How is his role going to be looking with LeBron James on the court? Because, when you watch the games, you see Kuzma has a chance to cut. He doesn't cut. When he does cut, LeBron doesn't give him the ball. When he does get the ball, he's hesitant to shoot. He's inconsistent.
Because he's not playing with LeBron and AD as much as he should play, right?
And now, this is where the rest affects them now because they can't play together.
Remember the game that AD was injured? Kuzma, he was on the starting lineup?
Yeah.
He scored, 30 points?
Yeah, but now, that's the thing. When AD does come back, it's like, you know what I mean?
Isn't it the coach's fault not to implement some kind of scheme to get Kuzma engaged? Yeah.
I want to say it's the coach's fault, but we all know.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but it's his responsibility.
It's a responsibility, but the coach's main job on the Lakers right now is just to appease LeBron James. That's all it is.
I don't understand. You sign players and then you don't give them a chance to flourish, and they.
LeBron, he might not have said it publicly, but we all know LeBron wanted Kyle Kuzma gone. He wanted another veteran. Most of the people on the Lakers team are signed with Rich Paul are only there because LeBron wanted them. So it's hard to say, but I don't believe in Kyle Kuzma as much as I wanted to. When he first started his career, there was no expectation on him, so he flourished. But now when there's expectations on him, he hasn't brought it. But we know LeBron can bring that level of consistency with him. AD, he's been marvelous. So now this falls on the role players.
So according to you, who's going to be at the final?
Milwaukee's going to make it out.
So Milwaukee and Clippers.
I know Milwaukee and a team from LA that plays in the Staples Center is going to make it. But now
that's not, you got to clarify that. Is it going to be Milwaukee versus Clippers or Lakers versus Milwaukee?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Milwaukee Bucks versus the LA Clippers, but
there's no but. You gotta live with your decision, man.
No, I'm saying it's gonna be the Clippers, but life. Nobody expected Rudy Gobert to do all of us like this, the defensive player of the year. So there are things that we can't foresee, and the one thing we're not foreseeing here is now. What if Kuzma really just buys into his role? He's like, all right, you know what?
Again, I'll ask you again. Whatever. Okay, instead of
I say the Clippers and the Milwaukee Bucks are gonna make the finals this year.
I'll go Boston and Lakers at the final. So if you like our discussion today, please leave a comment below.
Like and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at the.odd.bros.
We also would like to thank Thibaut for this. He's the reason who was discussing this. So we want to give a shout out to Thibaut. Have a good day, guys.
Also, if you want to be on our podcast, leave a comment below. We'll try to get you in and we can have a debate. Thank you.